They remember when demonstrators stopped traffic here on the Strip following the death of George Floyd. They were met by SWAT with riot gear and tear gas. Now those same demonstrators say the difference between the way they were treated and the way protesters on Capitol Hill were treated is night and day.
That would have never took place if there was black and brown and poor and oppressed people gathering at that Capitol. If we were black, first and foremost, we would have been shot off the steps.
President of New Era Las Vegas and prominent social justice activist Minister Stretch Sanders remembers the demonstrations throughout Las Vegas following the death of George Floyd.
People of color get tear gassed, we get arrested, we get told that we're lying, we're thugs.
The American Civil Liberties Union of Nevada was watching the demonstrations on Capitol Hill too.
We know protests at the ACLU. That was not a protest. That was violence meant to overturn the results of an election.
Comparisons are now being drawn about how Capitol Police responded to the protesters on Wednesday and how they responded to Black Lives Matter protesters over summer.
It's impossible not to point out that the vast majority, it seems like, of the people who were in attendance yesterday were white.
They stopped Black Lives Matter protesters at the alley, let alone at the footsteps of the Capitol.
DC law enforcement went into Lafayette Square, which is that park right across from the White House, and used tear gas and rubber bullets on completely peaceful protesters.
Minister Sanders doesn't mince words.
A reflection of the level of white privilege and the level of racism that still lingers in this country.
And the president of the Las Vegas Police Protective Association was watching the demonstrations too. Coming up at 5, why he says race had nothing to do with how Capitol Police responded. For now, reporting live, I'm Enzo Marino.